What is your name, brother?
Mark.
Mark. Fuck yeah, Mark. Mark, I feel like all your neighbors know exactly where your property line is because you fucking let them know. That driveway better not be extended to that fence line. Nathaniel! 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 Natalie! I forgot your name. Anyway, so. Any divorces, Mark?
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like they were your fault, but you disagree. Am I correct? Yeah. Mark, this is going to sound weird, but I think you'd get along really well with my dad. So you know, that moment when you realize a marriage is over, it's different than boyfriend, girlfriend. Boyfriend, girlfriend, you're like, oh, I got to give her back my lava lamp or whatever the fuck. When you like divorce, I had to call my grandmother and be like, well, I'm gonna start fucking other people, I guess. Like, probably didn't need to be that honest with Nana, but whatever. So I'm walking through the streets of LA, and I love LA. It's crazy, but it has like a sparky, fun, like, you leave your house and you're like, anything can happen, baby. You can see Kurt Russell buying gum. Like, it's just like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's just nuts. Like, I was recently in an Uber in LA, and the Uber driver said to me, mind if I smoke? And I used to smoke cigarettes, and I know they're fucking delicious, so I was like, yeah, buddy, light them up. And then he started smoking crystal meth. Now, to show you the waspy bullshit white people I come from, I didn't immediately go, hey, put that out! I just sat in the back seat thinking, well, John, this is your fault. You didn't specify what he is allowed to smoke. I hope you're happy now. And then we're starting to turn onto the 101. Yeah. Listen, I'm all for smoking weed and driving, but smoking meth, that's a little far, pal. Did I say anything? Did I say anything, guy with the chest tattoo? No, I didn't. I just sat in the back thinking, wow, I guess I get to be on the news. KTLA, here I come! No. As we're getting on the highway, he turns his face from the windshield. Well, I was expecting more from the meth head. And he looked at me and he went, don't worry, it's crystal meth. Leaving me to wonder from that day to this, what did he think I thought he was doing? This guy's up there smoking crystal meth, and all I can think is, oh, I don't want this guy thinking I'm vaping. I better say something. So, I'm just wandering through LA. I'm thinking about the fight that we've been having for 6 fucking weeks and just fucking trying to figure out a way. And then it just sort of dawned on me all of a sudden, like, oh, this marriage isn't gonna be fixed. We're done. And it was so lonely, and I felt like such a fucking failure in that moment that I didn't realize that I was just stood in the middle of Wilshire Boulevard at like 10:30 at night on a Friday, creating a mini traffic jam with my body. All the cars I'm sure is like, well, don't with this. He's probably a white supremacist. Like, easy. And then finally the first car in this chain of cars gently hit the horn. Not a full like, mistake! More that kind of like, hey, get off your phone and go through that light kind of horn, you know, that beep. But it was just enough to make me feel even more like a failure, and I wasn't ready to accept failure from this stranger. So I launched. Like, if I was a woman, and it was a video, it would be titled as Karen Goes Karen. But because I'm just a man, they saw me yelling at a car, and they're like, well, it is Friday. And I slammed my hand on the hood. I told them to f*** themselves. I flipped off the driver, and it was only when I flipped off the driver did I realize, that's not any car. That's an LAPD cop cruiser.